Hi, I'm Abhiir. I'm 21 years old and I've been working as a youth environmentalist and sustainability consultant. Very often, in the talks that I'm conducting with young people or even at retirement homes with senior citizens, very often when I say, what does climate change mean to you? Either people throw names at me like Greta Thunberg, Al Gore, they talk about some incident or some protest, or they talk about that one typical image, which is the idea of a polar bear struggling to climb onto a piece of ice. That's probably one image which everyone immediately thinks of when we talk about climate change. As an environmentalist, as a sustainability advocate, health is actually very often the sort of tool or the perspective that I try to offer to my audience, right? When we talk about whether it's air pollution, whether it's climate change, they're two sides of the same coin. Healthcare is one thing where climate change has real tangible impacts for all of us, right, without discrimination. I mean, we're seeing the implications of climate change around us, right? The 3 or 4 earthquakes we've seen in Delhi over the past few months. We're seeing floods, droughts. Climate change is no longer a thing where people say the worst is yet to come. Of course, the worst is yet to come, but it's not like we're isolated or detached from the reality that we're seeing. Look at this summer, right? The past 2 months there have been intense heat waves, but also it's been raining, and that's not typical of these months, right? Because the ground reality is that policy makers and politicians who are in parliaments today, whether it's at the local level, whether it's at the UN or at the national level, they won't be there 20 years down the line when we are actually seeing the fruits or the evils of the policies they're making today, right? And that's why young people need to have not just a seat at the table, which is increasingly improving, but also a say at the table. Young people need to realize that they have the power to wield their vote, right? Universal adult franchisee is the most important tool that we have. And, I think in something as relevant and something as large as climate change, it's going to be a very important tool in the years to come for us to actually recognize which parties or which politicians will walk the talk on climate change and accordingly vote for them.